Hey, what's up everybody? It's Dan here with Total Shape, and in this really short video, I'm going to give you my personal opinion about high intensity interval training, specifically with the goal being fat loss, right? Or burning a supreme amount of calories versus LISS, and that's just short for low intensity steady state, cardiovascular or exercise routines. So here's the deal. They both have their place in time, but ultimately, what you're going to hear most fitness experts say is that high intensity interval training is the best, and it totally trumps low intensity steady state. Now, stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to give you my personal opinion, because I am inclined to agree with that, but with a caveat. But here's the deal. It's important, I think, to not just know what's better for a fat loss or whatever, but to know why. When you're doing low intense steady state, or in other words, let's use a treadmill as an example. If you're running in a controlled pace where you could it's not really intense, you're jogging, you're on a one of my favorite comedians calls it a valet jog. Like, hey, let me go get your Mercedes. You're not sprinting, you're not going too hard. You're showing the customer, let me go get your car really quick, right? If you're running that easy and you run like that for 45 minutes on the treadmill, you'll burn a decent amount of calories. Maybe even up to, if you have the treadmill on an incline, maybe you'll burn even as much as 300, 400 calories. But here's the deal. The instant that you stop that activity, your fat burning stops, the calorie burning stops. You stop, that stops. Whereas with high intensity interval training, you could sprint all out just 2 times. Just do a 30-second sprint across a field, then rest for 60 seconds. Then do another, 30-second sprint across the field, and then stop, and that's it. That could be your whole cardio workout. You will, because of the intensity, the intense nature of that particular exercise, you'll be burning calories for up to 12 hours afterwards. That is the advantage of doing high intensity interval training. You're also getting a higher calorie burn, which results in more fat loss. So you're getting more calories and more fat burned in a shorter amount of time as well. So you'd have to burn the same amount of calories, you'd have to run a lot longer. You're talking about the amount of calories you can burn in a 30-minute jog, you can do in 10 minutes of intense burpees or sprinting, maybe even less than 10 minutes. So this is why there's a lot of advantages both in time logistics as well as the impact it has on you. Also, doing high intensity interval training releases something in your body called HGH, human growth hormone, which has a significant amount of benefits. You can Google it. That's not for this video. So that's another advantage. But, here's my caveat. Thank you for staying till the end, guys, whoever you are. Low intensity steady state is really, really great for someone just getting into fitness or just starting their fitness journey. And here's why. When you're doing high intensity interval training, it's very taxing, it's very intense, it takes a lot out of you, it's very taxing on the nervous system, and it can burn you out. And it can even cause injury. Like if you just start doing burpees and you've never done a burpee before and you're really trying to push it, that might not be the best exercise to start your cardiovascular conditioning with. You may want to do slow burpees, maybe even walking before starting to run or jog, depending on where you are and your fitness level when you start to begin your exercise regimen. So that being said, LISS has its place. HIIT, or high intensity interval training, has its place. Most people will tell you HIIT is best. I totally agree. With that caveat in mind though, if you are just starting your fitness journey, my friends, build up your conditioning with low intense steady state. It'll be easier to be consistent with that, then work your way to high intensity. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. See you in the next one.